Yeah. What's up, man? Welcome to what the hell episode is this? Episode 39 or 40 of East Meets West, man. Yeah, man. Awesome show today we got planned out for you, man. We got a special guest, man, Jason Brodnick, man, from the Little Giant comic show that's coming up in April. So we'll talk about that in a few, let him talk about it. We have a panel member back there. I think one is running a little late. James is MIA. It's all good. As a matter of fact, talking about James, man. James and Gomez, they did a little hunt today. Gomez is gonna talk a little bit about that later on. But I see a few people in the chat already, man. But let me give a shout out to our friends of the show, man. Here we have Jose Gonzalez, man, with Spidey's Powder Tumblers, man. Shout out at Jose, man. Gonzalez did a dope video. I'm working on something for my daughter, man. So he's doing it. He's killing it, man. Guys, also sub him up on YouTube, man. You see his work and you see his raffle wins that he wins, and amazing dude, man. Awesome dude. Yeah, you get your custom tumblers, you get nice coasters, keychains, beautiful, just beautiful art and things that he does, got a dope ass knife. You already know I'm always playing with him throughout the show. So hit him up on IG too, man. Spidey's _powdered_tumblers. Yeah. Nope. So next up, man, we have our fellow brother, man, right here, man. We got Erod 212, man, from Express Comic Book Service. Here you got his IG, his business IG, which is Express CBP. You can also hit him up in his personal IG, which is Erod212, or email him the old school way at yahoo.com. He does CBCS on submissions, and he also does CGC. But with CGC, he does give you his 15% discount, with his submission through CGC. And plus use the EMW10 code, man, and you get 10% off. So that's what 25% off your service there with Erod, man. When you submit through him. And then last but not least, we have our friends over here. I mean, we got Angie and Arsenio, man. Mainly Angie. Shout out to Angie from skeletoncomics.com. This is a nice website, man. If you're missing some back issues into new comic book days and trying to catch up to your current runs and stuff, dope place. Most of the time they have the stuff there. They have Funkos, they have action figures, they have supplies. Yeah, man. So definitely use them and use the EMW10 code too with them. It's a one-time code, guys, but they have other codes too. That's one time they have Thoro 10 and they have New York Warriors. So use those codes, man. That's our friends of the show. But let me bring in our panel member, our brother, man, before I make this announcement. We got Josh is in here. Josh, what's up, Josh?
What's going on, guys? I'm excited for this show. I'll tell you what. Maybe the show that I've been the most excited for all year. So big announcements, big guest. Let's get this rolling.
Well, now that you mentioned the big announcement, man, I want to say everybody in the chat. I'll get to you guys. Or should I get to them now?
Yeah, go through them real quick.
I'll go through them now, man. Before making a big announcement, man. But first, I see it's Jay Salsa. What is going on? We got Wesley Comics, Johnny Dakota, another Canadian press. Shout out to you, bro. Man from Beantown. Who else? We got Peter Porkers in the building. BX Boxer. We got Marcos Big Droops, Chin Mo. What's going on? Kind of uncanny swag. Bam. We got Bricks. Bricks, the Iron Geek. There you go. Didn't want to mispronounce that one, man. So there we go. We got who else we have? We have Sif Lawley from Spine Tick. Shout out to you, bro. Dave Levesque, man. Everybody's shirt guy from the YouTube community.
Shout out to Spine Ticks yesterday. They had some good stuff. Jim M was there. It was good. Don't really know the guy that much. It was good to know more of him. And a few panel members as well.
We should have him one day in the show, bro. So that'd be dope, man. So yeah, awesome. I agree with Broski on that one, man. Amazing Murfinator, man. The #1 Tom Brady fan, man. There you go. Who else is in here? We got Panel Surfing's in here. Eli Easy, the Game Hunter. What's up, bro? We got J2 Ramirez is in the building. William Medina. Comics are great. Who else? We got Hazel Dan. Shout out to you. Azorus Tiger, another member of Spine Six. What's going on? AG, the OG Surfer, is in the building. What's up? What's up? We got Universe X, man. Uni's in the building. We got my man Spidey's Powder Tumblers. Shout out to Jose Gonzalez in the chat. All right. Who else we have? We have Tino 73. Who else? Don't want to miss anybody. If I'm missing anybody, I apologize, man. We got 3 men in the basement. Shout out to Otto, Roger, and Dave in the cave, man. All right, guys. Comic Forge from Pressable Defects is in here. What's going on? Let me see. Jose Crespo's in here. What's that? William Medina already, man. Who else? Salsa 23, man. The logo guy, my logo guy. You see the East Meets West logo? He's created it, man. Has been rocking with it, man. And he's been doing his thing, man. I'm trying to incorporate a nice little logo with him. East Meets West Comics. We're working on something. Give me a shout out, man. I mean, give me a holler, Jay Salsa. We'll talk. And that's about it. Raider Raw's in the building. What's up? Yeah, I got you, Raider Raw. So yeah, man. Time for our announcement, man. And this has been in the making for quite a little bit, like a month. We had him as our guest. Shout out to the Doom for doing that too, man.
Yeah.
My man Ben C from CBSI for doing all that. Hopefully he'll come in late today, or because I know Hawaii's been going through their weather stuff over there. But yeah, man, we're doing some things with CBSI, man. So just wanted to give a shout out to Ben C and everybody at CBSI. Shout out to Mike Morello too, because we are going to be doing some for cover fires and cover tunes with CBSI, man. Yeah, the dope articles my man Mike Morello has been doing it with CBSI, man. So yeah, man, this week stay tuned. We're going to be covering cover fire when we do our new comic book day reviews. And then cover tunes, we'll do that as a segment in our show on Sundays. Mm-hmm. So look out for that. And there is another show that you need to look out for too, because we're going to switch it up over here at East Meets West on Sundays. FOC, this is probably going to be the last time you see FOC on the Sunday show, but we are going to move it on to Friday. So we're doing a nice little CBSI. But Josh, I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, so more details. We're just working out the finer details right now. So the way it's going to work is FOC will become its own show. It'll get broken out of the Sunday show, and into that slot will probably go cover tunes. Like Mike said, Cover Fire will go to our new show on Wednesday to be incorporated with our new comic book day reviews. I think last week went better than we expected, so we're obviously going to continue to do that. And then FOC will move to Friday as its own show. I think it'll be better that way to give people a little bit more time to get their orders in at their comic shops instead of us doing it on Sunday evening where DC is pretty much almost done and you're not going to be able to get them in. And obviously Marvel and Independent on Monday. A lot of comic shops are closed on Monday. So that way, if we do it on Friday, I think it'll give people a little bit more time. But stay tuned for that because that will be starting soon. So again, shout out to Ben at CBSI and all those guys over there. Good dudes.
Yeah, definitely, man. And we will be working with Mike Morello with the cover tunes and cover fire. And the new comic book day stuff that we're gonna be doing, it might be pre-recorded. We're still deciding. We're trying to fix, the kinks and stuff that, but it might stick with Wednesday, live, but we probably do a pre-recorded for that. But yeah, man. So yeah. That's our big announcement, guys. So hopefully, y'all excited like we are, man, because it's gonna be dope, man. Obviously, we'll be doing our covers too of the week still, separate segment. But this is gonna be dope, with CBSI, man. I think it fits perfect with the show. You know what I mean? So, real quick, man. Yeah. So yeah, we got a special guest, man, today, man. Our special guest, man, is none other than Jason Brodnick, man, for the Little Giant Comic Show, man. We're gonna introduce him right now, man. Here we go. What's going on, Jason? How is it going?
Guys, how are you?
Yes, man. Good, man. Good.
So excited to have this guy here, man.
I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, my man, Josh. Josh is the guy who set this up. He said this. He got you.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about the show. So I'm easy to get because I'm excited about it, man.
Good.
I'm telling you, I need a good size show so badly right now, and I think this whole community does. So I am so excited to talk about this. I know we talked the other day for like a half hour or so, and you have a good story of how this whole thing transpired for you, how you got into comics, how the show started. So why don't you just kind of maybe explain how you got into comics, and then we'll kind of take it from there and lead into how the show started.
I mean, how I got into them, I moved to Philadelphia. I was probably 10 years old, and on the way to school, when I was I think it was 11, going into school that fall, I found a copy of ROM on the way to school. It was ROM 18. I remember. For me, it kind of resonated because I was a kid from Chattanooga that moved to Philly. Yeah. So I had that Chattanooga twang, and I didn't really fit in with the Philly guys, and kind of a bit of an outcast. So the X-Men kind of resonated a little bit with me. When I got ROM, I read it, and I was like, man, what happened to the issue before? So I had my father take me to Comic Universe in McDade Boulevard, which is still there. I went to see it 2 years ago. It's kind of cool. Yeah. But and I bought 17 off the shelf. And I remember getting hooked on Rom and getting hooked on the X-Men simultaneously.
Yeah.
So I just became an X-Men fan. My father used to give me $20 in a bus pass, and I'd go to McDade take the bus up McDade Boulevard to Comic Universe. Me and my buddy Matt, and we'd get our books and read them at Wendy's, and that's kind of how I all started. But the show is like, I never intended on selling my books. I'm a collector. I still go every Wednesday. I still get my pull at 3 different places, and I still read almost everything I get, which is odd for some sellers now. But, you know, I'm a collector, and I remember I blew my back out probably, I guess we're going on 7 years now. I was a restaurant manager at Oban Pan. I blew my back out. I didn't think anything of it. It was sciatica, L3, L4, L5. And I wound up taking a short lump sum settlement from Workman's Comp to go back to work. I figured I'm a big, strong dude. This is nothing. I'll be back to work. Give me the money, you know, and pennies they gave me. And I went back to work like 6 weeks later, and I still had stitches from the hernia, and I was all hemmed up. And I hurt my back again, and I went out. And it was like 5 years before I was even upright. But I had already taken the Workman's Comp, so there was no money.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I couldn't file unemployment because the Workman's Comp prevented that for 2 years. But I had no money, so I started selling my books. And that's kind of how Little Giant was kind of started. Not really, but I was like, all right, I could sell a couple books, not too bad. And I remember I found a guy on Craigslist. Actually, before that, I found a guy coincidentally on Craigslist as well, but he had a box of books. He wanted $400. And he drives out from, I think it was Dorchester. So he was far. He's like an hour from me. He comes out and start haggling for these books in the back of his trunk. He won them in a poker game. Now, mind you, we had no money. And I convinced the guy to sell me the books for $400 and a Sawzall. I found a Sawzall on the side of the road that day. And I'm not a handyman. I'm like, what am I going to do with this thing? So I told the guy, I said, give you $400 and a Sawzall. He said, all right. Well, meanwhile, my wife's listening at the door. She knows we don't have $400. So she calls her mother to come watch the kids while we race to the ATM to get money out. Now, her plan was to get there before me and hit the daily maximum, so I couldn't get the money. So this guy standing out front of my house, he thinks we're nuts. My mother-in-law comes over, we're racing out. It was a mess. I got there first. So I come back, I bought the books, I flipped them for I put them on eBay in lots. And it was like every DC book from 66 and 67. So there was like a 12-issue run of Superman, 12-issue run of Flash. But there was, I think the first Guy Gardner was in there, the Flash race was in there. It was some good books. So I went up flipping them for like $2,600. And I'm like, oh shit, this might work. Yeah. Like, this is all right. And obviously my wife was happy. She got the money back. And then there was one other guy I found on Craigslist who I messaged him and he sent me a list, a huge list. I said, all right, call him up. I said, how much are they? He goes, $100 a long box. Thinking, all right, can I make my own box? He goes, no, I spent too much time. They're numbered, alphabetical, numerical by publisher, blah, blah, blah. He goes, you got to take them how I got them. I said, well, what do you want for everything? He goes, all I need is $1,500 to put a deck on my house. Okay. I said, well, how many boxes are there? He goes, there's 63.
Oh, my God.
Now, this list was everything from like 1980 to maybe 2002. So you had Spidey 300, the McFarlane run. Right. You had full runs of G.I. Joe, Transformers. It was just great stuff. And meticulous, beautiful books. Bag, boarded, everything. So I was like, man, this guy was up in Lewiston, Maine. I said, I don't know how I'm going to get him home. He goes, don't worry about it. I got a box truck. I'll bring him to you. It was like it was meant to be. Yeah. So sure enough, the guy brings down 63. But I'm still selling some of those books. There's so many books, and I gave him 1,500, and it kind of, made me think that this might actually work, and I started selling some books to make ends meet, and Little Giant was kind of born that way.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's what we do now. We buy and sell, and I tell people I play with comic books.
Right. So now is Little.
Before we ask him, let me just real quick, man. Let me give a shout out to Otto from 3 Men in the Basement with his super chat $4.99. He said, "Jason, will there be a root beer truck there?"
There will not be a root beer truck. I love the product, but that root beer truck has no business anywhere near comic books or art. That belongs at the county fair. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's Wild Bill's root beer.
Yeah.
Good product, man. I got 5-6 mugs myself. But I see these guys, they come over my table with these sweaty mugs of liquid death just hovering over my long boxes, and I'm like, dude, get away from me with that stuff.
You know what I advise, man? How about instead of the root beer, just get a truck of just beer. Just sell beer. That's it.
Well, the venue has contemplated selling alcohol. So it might be a possibility in the near future for sure.
All right, cool, awesome. Sorry, Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, before I ask my question, why don't you tell them, since root beer won't be there, why don't you tell them what else won't be there?
Well, you're not going to find a gang of pirates when you walk in. You cannot join in lightsaber training. It's not going to be available. There won't be any photo shoots or parades happening. You're not going to find 24 naked Harley Quinns posing in front of your booth, although some instances that might be okay. But, basically what we've done is we've created an old school comic show. The stuff that you're not going to find wrestlers and movie stars, and you're not going to find anything to take away from the thrill of the hunt. For me, I'm a comic guy. I don't want to see all that stuff. I don't want to see the beef jerky guy and the brownie lady. I don't want to get vinyl siding on my house. I don't want the Geico truck blaring music. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that crap. It all gets in the way. And as a vendor, I can't tell you how many times at Boston Comic Con, 3 Deadpools all decide to camp out in front of my booth and do a photo shoot. It doesn't make me a penny. Looks cool. They put a lot of work into it. Kudos. But it doesn't do anything for me. So as a comic collector, we need this. Man. We need a show like this.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for all that other stuff. This ain't it.
What about Pops?
Pops, I hate them. You might find one or two that sneak by me, but man, I send emails out to the vendors. No Pops.
Yeah.
And one
show.
Yeah, one show guy. I told one guy the first show, I said, "This is what we're trying to create. You got to see the vision, man. Listen to what I'm telling you, and you'll be good. Don't bring Funko Pops. Don't bring this. Don't bring that. I don't want flea market crap. Bring you back. This is what I'm saying to the guys. These are all my friends, and because that's kind of how it started. It was like I got all my friends together and people I respect in the industry, people I've either bought from or done business with, and I just have a lot of respect for. These are the people I got together." And I told them all, I was like, "Don't bring the Pops, man. I'm telling you, I don't want to see a wall of Pops." This one guy, he's probably listening. He thought he'd be the only guy with Pops if he didn't listen to me. And he'd make a killing. So he had 2 booths. So he brought 1 full booth of Pops. I had to boot him. I had to boot that booth. No, I let him go through the show because he's a good friend of mine. He's a nice guy. So let him go through that first show. And when he came to re-up his spot for the next show, because I give right of first refusal moving forward, you're there. That's why the waiting list is so long. But I told him, I was like, "Brother, you got 1 spot this year." What do you mean? I wanted 3. I said, "No, you had 2 and you blew it." I said, "Now you got 1. So he's got 1 booth and he doesn't bring Pops because he wants that booth.
Yeah.
So listen, key to the story, no Pops.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
If you're looking for Pops, I wouldn't come here. If you're looking for comics, you're looking for original art, you're looking to meet some cool artists, this is the show.
Let me ask this with Johnny Dakota because he's from Canada. He says, "What advice can you give the other promoters about getting these shows back up? all our cons, swap meets here in Vancouver keep getting canceled due to COVID fears.
You know, the only thing I can say with COVID times, these last two shows, the one next month and the one in August that we had, they were expensive for me to hold. As a show promoter, there wasn't money in it. I made my money at the booth. I didn't make any money at the show because we literally had to jump through hoops to make it happen. Now, most people in their normal, with any normal sense would have just thrown in the towel.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to build something here, man. So I guess my advice would be to persevere, to jump through the hoops, to try to find some way to sustain yourself through this mess, and you're going to come out a lot stronger.
Yeah.
That's my only advice, man. Don't throw the towel in. Don't give up. I cut, my first show in August with COVID. We had to cancel April, and when we had August, it's a city venue, so they're real careful about how they run things. And we went from 125 booths to 65, just to allow for 6-foot separation between vendors. We also eliminated the whole row to make the aisles 15 feet wide to allow for better social distancing. We dropped the capacity from 1,350 to 400, which is almost 2/3 less, which is more than the suggested amount of production, which was 50. We said we were going to go further than that. We rented 16 individual hand washing stations that are lined up as a barrier at the front door, and then they're strategically put throughout the venue, encouraging people to wash their hands upon arrival. There are sanitizer stations literally everywhere. There is a temperature check and a person from the state screening you when you come in. So you have to answer 3 questions on a website. You get a QR code that you scan when you walk in saying that you've read and will adhere to these guidelines. They take your temperature when you walk in. There's a person on staff who is masked police who literally will yell at you if your mask drops down to a chin strap.
Good. Yeah, good.
And we have people in the crowd who are masked police. We have Concord police at the front door. We have 2 people whose sole job is to walk around with sanitizer and spray high traffic areas. So rail, bathrooms, trash cans, they all get sprayed every 30 minutes. These guys are walking around.
Wow.
Spraying stuff. We've done really everything I think we can to stay in compliance. We've added pipe and drape as an additional barrier, and even to go a step further, the pipe and drape was mandated by the city to be non-permeable fabric. So we have to figure out some way to put a painter's plastic inside the pipe and drape as an extra layer of protection.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like I said, we're doing everything we can. My advice to that guy that asked that question, keep on keeping on, man. Got to find a way. Make it happen. Find a way, because you're going to come out a lot stronger.
Yep, I agree. Yeah.
So Little Giant Comics, is that just you alone, or do you have like a partner?
Yeah, my wife helps me a lot, but she also has a full-time job. So she goes to the post office every morning. She packs, she ships, she does the books for the show. She hustles, man. She does a lot. Yeah. But it's just us. I have a buddy of mine who runs a company called Kodachrome, who does these collages. His name's Tobias with Kodachrome Comics. And he reached out to me the first show, and we just immediately became great friends. And he's helped me with my graphics, my website, my logos. And he and I will just sit up at night bouncing ideas off each other. And he comes up, he does these great graphics that I couldn't do on my own. But so, we have fun. We collaborate and come up with these funny memes. And
so, Jason, I was going to ask, so your situation with your wife racing to the ATM, is she happy that she didn't beat you? That she like?
She is now. She is now. At the time, I was on the couch almost a week. The auction on eBay lasted 7 days. So until that money came in, I was on the couch for a week. But I think she's okay with it now.
Nice.
I work from home. I'm home with the family.
Good.
At risk. Our bills are paid. You know, our kids are good kids. They're in, my daughter's in college. My little ones, they got a 4.08 GPA or something crazy like that. You know, we're doing something right. So life's good. Life is good.
So why don't you tell us a little bit? I know you told me this the other night when I was talking to you, how the idea for the show came around 3 years ago. 3 years ago, right?
Actually, no. The idea for the show came about probably 7 years ago.
Okay.
When I was gimping around, I was getting shots in my back every 6 months, and my wife's like, "Let me get this guy out of the house, cheer him up." She found a yard sale event in Concord, New Hampshire. We live in Lawrence, Mass. So she took me up there, and I'm miserable as can be. I'm with a cane and could barely move. So I walk in, and it was like horns. It was like Valhalla, you know, like the horns went off, and I saw this arena, and I'm like, man, all I could see was comic books. But there, you know, it was the antiques and flea market stuff. But I'm thinking this would be great.
Yeah.
And you know, you already know how I feel about Comic Cons. You know, everyone I've been to is a pop culture, you know, crap fest, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dealers mixed in. So there wasn't, you know, I remember growing up in Philly, basements of the hotels, you know, people smoking, and it's just an old school comic show. But anyway, I walked into that place, and I got new purpose, kind of, because I was depressed. I was miserable. I had no job, no money. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I inquired about renting the arena. My wife thought I was crazy. So I asked the lady. She introduced me to the guy that runs the place. And he said, we only do dry floor events 3 months out of the year. Otherwise, it's an ice skating rink.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, but for 3 months, we pull up the ice, we pull out the walls, and it's a 28,000 square foot rectangular room, like an airplane hangar. He goes, and we do dry floor events 3 months out of the year. He goes, but the vendors get right of first refusal moving forward. So someone kind of has to die to give up a spot. I said, all right, well, here's my name. Here's my number. Something happens, call me.
Yeah.
Literally like 5 years later. So this must have been 8 years ago when I first got injured, 7.5 years ago. He calls me out of the blue in January. And he goes, do you want to rent the arena? I looked at my wife. I was like, you want to rent an arena? He goes, what the hell are you going to do with an arena? I was like, I don't know, but let's do it. So my buddy Matthew DeMacy, who's now a Marvel artist, and he does Shattered comics, the Shattered variants. Yep. So he does the mosaics. He and I are really good friends. And at the time, we were kicking around the idea of maybe doing something with the show. And we didn't know what to do. So I started talking to, I think it was Double Midnight Comics. They had a show up that way. And I said, look, I got the arena. You guys want to do something? And they said, yeah, but we want to do this. And we want to have the pirates. And we want to have the lightsabers. And we're going to have a magician walking around. And there's a puppet show. I'm like, look, dude. I was like, nah, that ain't happening. I said, if you want to do a show, I have full creative control, and it needs to be my way or the highway. I said, I'm not having that crap. There's no cosplay. I don't want any of that. And he didn't want to do it. So, all right, well, I'm going to be in your backyard. And we opened up in his backyard, and I don't think he has a show anymore.
Except Circus.
So how big?
We got a pretty good show. It's resonated within the community. And like I said, he contacted me. It was 5 years after I gave him my number. I was just like, sure, let's do it. And I wound up getting a hold of Teddy at Super World. He was a good friend of mine, and some guys I had done business with in the past. Nerdy Girl came to my first show. Susan, yeah, she's a trip. I love her. But she made the ride out. CBCS, Steve Borak came to the first.
Oh,
show.
Shout out to Steve Borak. That's my guy, man.
I love Steve Borak.
Yeah, he's an amazing dude, bro. I can't wait to meet him in person. Yeah.
He's an asset to the industry for sure.
Yeah.
And he came out to represent CBCS. So it really became a great show that first year. And we had Steranko since then. We've had Al Milgram. We've had some great people. And this year is more the same. I finally got Ryan Kincaid. I love Ryan Kincaid. I've been trying to get him for a couple of years. Finally, him and Shannon are coming out. Jim Shooter, Al Milgram, Ron Leary, Elias Hatsudis, Chris Campagna, Mike Doherty. I'm probably forgetting a dozen people. Ryan Santos. The lineup for Art is crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, and again, the vendors. It's some of the best vendors in the hobby.
Yeah, why don't you talk about that a little bit? Like some of the vendors that are, you know, like.
Yeah, some of the vendors, I looked for people I had done business with, like I said, people I had greatly respected in the industry, and were comic book centric with their focus. I didn't want toys and pops and all that stuff. So some of the people, James Payette is one of the guys that comes to mind. What a wonderful, wonderful man. He's been in the industry probably since the late 60s, early 70s. He's the guy that puts out like a 200-page hand-typed catalog. He's got this old typewriter in this cabin up in Maine, like something out of a story, Stephen King book or something.
Yeah.
He lives in an old house up in Maine, and he literally cranks out this catalog on an old-fashioned typewriter. And he pumps it out, man, and obviously makes copies, but he sends out this paper catalog. He's as old school as they come. He's brought more pedigree collections to market than anybody, to my knowledge. He's brought the Allentown pedigree, the White Mountain pedigree. These are collections that I believe it's the highest known, the best conditioned copy of Detective 27, which resides in a private collection in Denver with a guy known as the Dentist. He has all these crazy books. Never graded the book, so it's still raw. And it's, to my knowledge, not been pressed or cleaned, and it's about a 9.4 Detective 27.
Damn.
Which is, imagine that. I've never even seen a picture of it. But it's out there. And James has brought this to market. He brought the Allentown collection. There's a few other pedigrees he brought. Just stellar. And this guy, when he shows up, the stuff on his, you should see his wall. It's only like maybe 6 feet. It's his old, the piece of wood's probably as old as him. I swear it's like a 75-year-old piece of wood that he's got these books on, and the books are just as old. And it's just awesome to see. But his dollar boxes, the James Payette dollar boxes, are legendary, man. You'll see, because get with me on that Friday. I'll sneak in on setup day. You got to see this.
Okay.
The vendors go crazy. It's a feeding frenzy when him and because James and his son, it's all it is, him and his son, they bring these boxes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's nuts. But he doesn't let them go through it. So they try, they'll swarm him, and they'll just put the lids on. He's like, nope, these are for the people tomorrow. So the dollar boxes get saved, but a lot of the other stuff will change hands. Some crazy stuff.
Like, just give us an oh, sorry.
Real quick before we get into that. My man Murph, $5 super chat. OMG, this show is going to be amazing. Can't wait to see the comic community once again. Yo, Murph, my man Murph is from Boston, so yeah, he's you know, not too far from there, so he'll be there.
Awesome. Yeah. And he's right, man. The community needs it.
Yeah.
But just to touch on the vendor list real quick, and we'll move on.
Yes.
But James Payette is an absolute legend in the industry. And another one that comes to mind is Terry O'Neill. Terry's sister lives here in Massachusetts, so he flies out from California. He's able to meet quarantine restrictions and all that stuff because he's here in Boston area for some time prior to the show. But he's the same way. He puts out a paper catalog, you know, just like Payette, as old school as they come. Terry O'Neill from Terry's Comics. You have Super World Comics. You have Bashara Malouf, who is a world-renowned art dealer. He was the only artist represented at the UAE, United Arab Emirates, when they did their huge show. This guy is a walking museum. $250,000 pieces of art are going to be hanging on his wall. We have Harley Yee, super rare comics. He's a staple at the New York Comic Con, as is Rich and Kathy Munchin from Tomorrow's Treasures. They're the booth that is always in a little bit of disarray. But great stuff. And you probably recognize Kathy and Rich from New York Comic Con. Same with Harley. Who else? Dave and Adams comes from New York. They bring crazy stuff. CGC is going to be the Captured Collectibles is a CGC facilitator, so they're going to be there on behalf of CGC. but Steve Paulus, who works directly with CBCS, will be there representing CBCS directly, which is great. Their new cases are fantastic.
Yes, indeed. I agree.
You have Zap Comics. You guys, I'm sure, know about Zap.
Yeah, up in Jersey. Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
Zap's great. They're coming up. Bob Stevenson has he's another one of those guys that has a super eclectic like fanzines and just wonderful, unique pieces of art, really unique stuff. Mike Carbonaro, the one and only.
Yeah, we know him.
Last
Big
year, he
Apple
brought
Con.
a street sign. He brought I don't know what that was doing there. It was a portion of street sign. I'm like, Mike, that's the wrong show, brother. This isn't Brimfield. So he went home. I don't think he sold it, but it was funny.
Yo, real quick, I see some questions in the chat asking when is the show. If you want to talk about it, man, right here.
Yeah, the show is Saturday, April 24th. The general admission is 10 o'clock, and it's first come, first serve at the door. Tickets are $15 at the door. There is a VIP option. The VIP tickets will go on sale this Friday, March 19th at 9 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time at oldschoolcomicshow.com. That's oldschoolcomicshow.com. Now, with the VIP, we really wanted that to be special. So we got 100 feet of plush red carpet. You're going to have a private entrance. Nice. You're literally going to walk the red carpet. There's a photo backdrop. There are red velvet rope stanchions all the way down the side of the red carpet. 100 feet of red carpet. You're going to have a concierge that will meet you on the red carpet for your check-in. Once you check in, you will be given a limited edition VIP badge and lanyard, compliments of the Comic Mint. And it'll say, I'm a VIP, step off, and the Comic Mint's going to do something special for you on the back. Diamond International Galleries has provided all 250 VIP members with a swag bag that we're going to load some stuff in there. Now, every swag bag is going to have a copy of the Black Widow #1 variant with Al Milgram in the skyline, so he'll be there to sign it. Every 1 in 5 are going to have Joseph Smallkey's new ash can to We Don't Kill Spiders. That's going to be in there. And all the sponsors are going to put goodies in the bags. There's 3 different radio stations that are going to roll with us. There'll be a live remote out there while you're waiting on the carpet to entertain you, blasting some music. Hakes Auction is another one of the sponsors that are going to load the bags up with goodies.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, Kingdom Destinations is a travel agency. They're friends of ours. Good people. Sarah and Pat Kate. They're going to put money off for travel agency work and coupons in there. And it's going to be all kinds of stuff. And like I said, the Black Widow. This is the Skyline variant. Yeah. We actually did this for last April's show because it was the Little Giant variant from last April. Yeah. But I tucked some away, and I'm going to give them away free to every person in the VIP line is going to get one.
Oh, that's bad. I got to get mine.
Nice.
I got to get
That's cool. And Al Milgram's the first name on there. So he'll be there to sign them, which is also cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, so everybody's going to get that. And there's the ash can for Joe Schmalke's new book.
Yes.
We Don't Kill. So 1 in 5 will get that randomly picked in there, too. And who knows what Diamond's going to bring? Hakes, I don't know what they're bringing. I don't know what Carbo's bringing. I don't know what the radio stations are bringing. It could get interesting.
Yeah, this is the real deal. Like, this is the type of comic show like I want to be at. I need to be at.
The best part, you get in an hour early. So the 250 VIP members are going to have the run of the arena for the full hour before the general admission. All the artists will be present at their table at 9 o'clock. Everybody will be ready to rock 9 o'clock. So you got to run the floor as VIP. And yeah, I mean, Josh, as a comic fan, there's nothing to get in your way, brother.
Yeah, I know. That's why, I'm 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. on Friday. I'll be sitting at the computer on 3 computers. I got to get this ticket. I got to get it. So one more thing before we continue on. So you're talking about how you do show in April and then in August. Are you going to be trying to do another one in August again?
We are going to try to do one. We're going to do one in August. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were able to get the venue on a second date, and that's just something I was blown away at the fact that another window opened up. And I think it was far enough away from the April show to be able to efficiently do 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you'll see when you're there, this is a show like no other. So for the comic fan, this is it, man. This is Mecca.
Yeah.
This is where you go. This is like, if you want comics, there's no other. Even New York can't compare, in my opinion, because we have the same core of incredible special vendors as New York, if not better.
Minus the crap that
minus the crap
yeah,
and the $100 ticket to get in, or the crazy money.
Yeah. So
yeah,
sorry.
That's it. No, I was just gonna say it's a comic show for the comic fan for sure. And
so
we're gonna do 2 a year. We got an opportunity.
The August show, is it the same, like basically the same as the April show, or is like one kind of bigger than the other?
My initial plan with the second date was to do a 2-day show, but keep it the same format. I think we're going to keep the same 1-day show format. I like that format. I think a 2-day show for what we're doing, because we don't have, it's not like and I don't want to say this in the wrong way, but it's not like a family destination where you come with the kids and there's finger painting and balloon art and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is a place to go in, get your stuff, man. Books that you can't find anywhere else. And it's just a special place, a special gathering. So to be able to do this twice a year, I thought was necessary for the comic fan.
So I think there's some confusion in the chat. So the VIP tickets go on sale on Friday at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
9 p.m.
9
Eastern
p.m.
Standard Time. Yep.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to talk about the show? I mean, really, like the last question that I want to ask you about is, like, you said you still pick up comics every week. Like, what are you currently like reading right now? And like, what is your like most favorite comic to collect?
I'm kind of behind a little bit in my reading. I was Manifest Destiny. I love, and I'm probably 20 issues behind, 15 issues behind on that. Immortal Hulk, I think is great. Kind of went south lately, but I was a big fan of that. And Basket Full of Heads, a lot of the Joe Hill stuff I love.
Yeah.
That whole line is just great. So I'm still chasing back issues from the stuff he did with Basket Full of Heads, and that he did the Black Label stuff. So I like, I've gravitated away from the superhero stuff, really.
Yeah.
I find that, even as I try to go back and read some of the stuff I remember really resonating with me as a kid, like Contest of Champions, that 3-issue miniseries. I love the Secret Wars. Like, these things were, I don't know, I have a respect for them, but I don't get moved by the stories as much as I do like 100 Bullets. Great story. Those kind of things really get me more riveted, I think, than I've kind of gotten away from some of the superhero stuff. Hulk, I still like. But yeah, that's what I read. I look for a lot of the new independent stuff lately.
I think that's where everyone's kind of headed lately, is this independent stuff. It's been the best stuff to read.
Good stuff.
Yeah. It's great stuff is what it is.
Ice Cream Man, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is right. It's good stuff, man. So I look forward to just random number ones that come out. I don't do a lot of perusing through previews. I just show up on Wednesday and I'll look at, spec sites, and Ben puts out some good stuff. I follow him. So what he puts out, and that's I go hunting a little bit. I look more for the back issue stuff.
Of course.
When my LCSs get the old stuff in, I'm right there.
So what is your go-to for old stuff? Like what is the stuff that you want to collect the most, or you do collect the most?
I wouldn't say it's any one genre. It's stuff I haven't seen. Yeah. I love odd stuff. I have some crazy books, like Border Patrol #1, and just weird off the wall stuff that I haven't seen. I love the pre-code stuff. I love that there's are complete stories in one book, and it's like all right there. So I guess now it's more the eclectic stuff, offbeat westerns. Yeah, I picked up a run of Mickey Mouse magazines not too long ago, and I became in love with them. The covers are just incredible, and the content,
Awesome.
good stuff. So oddball stuff, I love the oddball stuff now.
Yeah, the rare
I still
stuff.
have mad respect for all the great books. If there's any book in good shape, I just have to have it. It could be Team America #1, but you show me Team America newsstand that looks like 9/8, smells crispy and clean, I'm gonna buy it.
Sorry, sound like this guy over here.
Man, I mean, I picked up a collection the other day. It was all newsstand. Just one nicer than the other, and I found myself.
Like I was telling you off air, man. Your IG. If you go to my man, if you go to Little Giant Comic IG page, man. Oh my God, do you see the book that he's going to bring to the show? And they're just in boxes, bro.
For the show, yeah. And I'll tell you, this one is not a secret. You guys got a good fan base, but I haven't. My stuff was, with the exception of 28 magazine boxes, which I incorporated of new stuff into my show stock. With the exception of those 28 magazine boxes, which even now are outpriced or underpriced rather, because the market in the last 2 months just went nuts.
Crazy.
These 28 boxes were priced from November to January. And I found myself like Ultimate Fallout 4. I think I got 2 or 3 of them priced $600 or $700. And I'm thinking, oh man, I might want to change that.
I think so.
But if you look in my back issue boxes, like I was telling you earlier, my back issue boxes, I'm bringing between 80 and 90 long boxes of back stock. That's all in My Light 2s, double gold boards, beautiful books. And we're talking $400 or $500 books in the back stock. You're going to find great stuff in there. That's the stuff I'm not going to be able to go back and reprice.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
It's beautiful stuff. I'm going to reprice as many as the main keys as I can, like Giant Size X-Men. I think I got 3 of them. I got to reprice them. I just got to. The market exploded.
Of course, yeah.
But some of the other stuff that's close, like I looked at was it Spider-Man Annual 16, first Monica Ramos?
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think I had it marked at $50. I'm gonna leave it. I was good with $50 last time.
Yeah.
I'm good with it now. Somebody's gonna get it. It's probably a $300 book now because it's beautiful. But that kind of stuff is gonna be in the boxes all day long. And this was in the back stock.
Yeah.
I had to pull out Spidey 316. There were 4 of them in the back stock. I was like, might want to check those. But there's good stuff in these boxes, man.
One of his isn't a newsstand copy, is it?
It is actually, yeah.
Oof.
Is it a 9/8 candidate?
I'd have to get it in front of me to answer that question correctly, but it's at least a near mint.
You making Josh's mouth water right now, bro.
No, like I need to know, now. So last question that I have, and I hate when people ask me this question because it's just impossible for me to answer, but I'll ask it anyway. Say, God forbid, you can only take one book with you. I'm not going to say just because of something. I don't know what. You're only taking one book with you, and that's the only book that you can have for the rest of your life. Which one is it that you're taking out from your collection?
It would be the ROM sketch that Frank Miller did for me.
Okay.
Yeah. If you got a second, I'll tell you this real quick. I got an opportunity to meet Frank Miller, which was, I met him a couple times at shows and whatnot. And when I was working with Matt did a mosaic of Daredevil 158. And he also did another mosaic, a smaller mosaic of Batman and Superman, kind of a homage to the Master Race cover where Batman's perched on the wire and it's a silhouette of Batman. So he did a homage to that with Superman in the corner. And we wheeled it over to Frank at the New York Comic Con a few years back. And we just say, hey, Frank, this is for you. We did this, blah, blah, blah. Or not we, Matt did this. Well, meanwhile, while Matt's talking to Frank, I'm off in the cut talking to his manager.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, we can bring this to you. We'll be happy to deliver this for free. And I got her number, sweet lady. We started talking, her and I, and we delivered, because Matt was giving Frank that smaller piece.
Yeah. So
we delivered it to New York. And we got to go to his house. And it's funny, we were waiting in the lobby of the hotel. Not hotel, it was like just a big building in the middle of a block. And the foyer was the hotel, like the lot. I keep saying hotel. The lobby was tiny. It was like 5 feet wide, 10 feet long, and there were 2 elevator doors. That was it. Mm-hmm. So Celine comes and we go in the elevator. We go up. She takes a key to get to a private floor. And then the door opens up, and there was a house door. It was like something out of Harry Potter. Like the elevator door opened up, and I'm looking at this old-fashioned house door with a doorknob and a knocker, and it's weird. So she opens it up, and we're in Frank's house. He has the entire floor of this building downtown, and his studio's in the property, on the premises rather. And I look over, and there's his hat was hanging on the coat hook with his trademark leather jacket. I took a picture of it. Off on the wall was the cover art to Dark Knight #1, sitting on the wall. It's like, oh, man,
that's awesome.
Yeah. And Frank comes out, and I told him the story about Rom, because he did the cover to Rom 18, which was the first book I read. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling him how I found it, and I read it, and it was the cover that drew me to it. You did the cover, and if the cover wasn't sick, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. I was like, so I owe that to you. That's pretty. He's like, Rom, you like Rom? I was like, I said, yeah. He turns to Celine. I just poured my heart out. Excuse me.
It's all good.
I just poured my heart out to the guy. Oh, I'm joking. And he's like, you like Rom? So he turns to Celine, and he goes, I guess I owe you $5. Apparently, he would never find another Rom fan. And here I am. I was like, well, here I am. I said, as a matter of fact, boom. And I pulled out of my back pocket a blank. I had it not in my back pocket, but I had it tucked in my waistband.
Yeah.
A blank Rom, #1 blank. I said, as a matter of fact, boom. I said, you wouldn't want to draw a Rom for me, would you? He's like, yeah, I'd be happy to. Leave it here. I'll get it back to you. I was like, cool. So then we went in his studio. We hung out for a bit. He's got like Kirby pages falling off his desk, and it was amazing to be in his studio. And he was talking to me about Xerxes. He was working on Xerxes at the time. And it was the issue where Xerxes bowed before, I can't remember her name, the woman, his love interest in the story. King Xerxes actually bowed. And Frank thought that was like the most epic moment in Xerxes' whole life. And he was just going off on this dissertation about it. And it was amazing for me as a fan to sit there and listen to the guy, Yeah. So I was just mesmerized, and we took a couple pictures, which was cool, and we left. But when I went to pick it up it was at a show, I forget what show it was, but I had to go pick it up, and I picked it up from his manager, Doug Peters, and he took the liberty of having it graded, which was great.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and it was Rom's head being ripped off by Magnus, because Frank wasn't a Rom fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he liked Magnus.
Yeah.
I don't have it with me. I'd love to show you. It's literally Rom's head, and there's all these bolts and wires just hanging out from his neck.
Yeah.
And it says squee. Put a little word bubble there. And when Doug gave it to me, he goes, Frank told me this was the last time he's drawing Rom. Enjoy it. Because he literally
dope,
ripped
man.
his head off. He's like, Rom's dead to me.
That's a freaking awesome story, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
an awesome story.
So that would be the one. That'd be the one. There's a couple special ones. Adam Kubert did a sketch for my daughter of Wolverine on a blank with a personalized coat. So that's pretty special. But that's in her collection.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sweet, man.
You know,
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Listen, man, great getting to know you, Jason, man. I can't wait to meet you in person, man, when we go to the show. Yeah,
it's gonna be great, man. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Thank you for having me, really.
Yeah, definitely, man. But before we let you go, we gotta talk about these covers that so you said you sent us these Golden Age covers. All right. So basically our covers of the week is Golden Age covers, guys. All right. We're gonna leave our guests last, because that's what we do. We're gonna move on first with my covers. I started off. Josh came up with the idea of doing Golden Age because in honor of Jason being on the show too. So I'm gonna start off with this one here. Detective Comics issue 69. Oh man, back from 1942, classic Joker cover, man, from my man Jerry Robbins. Yeah.
Double guns.
And when Bruce Timm did the homage to this, oh man, it was beautiful too. But definitely, man, Jerry Robinson, awesome, classic Joker cover from 1942, issue 69, guys, of Detective Comics. So yeah, man, I picked that one. And I'm gonna give you the heads up. I'm a Batman freak, so everything's gonna be Batman over here. Yep. So next up is gonna be Batman 20, man. 4344, December 43 on January 44. This book was out. For the reason of alone is a badass Batmobile cover. First appearance, Batmobile appeared on a cover. So this is a book I was supposed to acquire, but things didn't work out.
Yeah, so to speak.
Yeah, so to speak. So I had to put this on the list because this is just badass, man. Yes, I agree. And then obviously, man, my last book that I'm gonna show off is gonna be Batman issue number 1. There we go, from 1940, guys, man. Detective obviously would have been a good one, but I'm a Joker guy. So you gotta pick Batman number 1. And not only is his first appearance, you get Catwoman's the Cat. Her name is at that time in this issue. So awesome Bob Kane cover at that too. So those are my picks for Golden Age covers, man, of the week. And then Broski got his covers, bro. Broski, this is your first horror.
Yeah, my covers. Before I start my covers, people ask me why I'm so quiet at this show, and the reason why is because in the back of my head, I'm not gonna be able to make this show. I'm from Cali. So everybody, I'm here listening through knowledge, but I'm not as pumped as Josh is because Josh gets to go personally. I'm just gonna.
He's all the way in California.
I'm gonna have to wait for the aftermath. So not all jokes aside, no, that's gonna be awesome. What you were saying, I want to put my 2 cents before I start my thing. Is and there's shows that a lot of us collectors wish that we can go to a show where it's just straight comics. Yes. I know some small shows. I like big shows because when it's big shows, there's challenges. So someone might have a book for 600, someone might have it for 7. Well, then you can offer 500. So it's a gamble when you have people showing the same books everywhere. Mm-hmm. I've known going through big comic shows, and that's awesome because in the future, once this COVID going, maybe next year's event or sometime, I'm planning to do something like that and take a trip to go to one of those in the future. And that's one thing I wanted to do and listen to your story and your background story from scratch to not suffering. Sorry about that. From struggling to do what you do, you appreciate it more. And I know because we all as collectors been through those slumps of trying to get certain comics but not able to obtain them. Once you obtain and you're able to collect, you're broad and collecting and also sell for a bigger key. And I've done that before. So knowing how you did it, you did it from basically from scratch, which is awesome. And I appreciate and I respect that as a person who does stuff like that. And
I'm not to digress, man. I'm just a kid living a dream. I wake up and play with comics every day. And I got to pinch myself because somehow the bills are getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I was just quiet in the way people in the panels. Josh brought you in as respect for Josh. I wanted him to able to get what he's getting at the show, and Joker is, and I'm just there as that's why King of the Golden State didn't make it today because he felt
another California guy.
But nah,
and then Doom is way far because he's in Hawaii. So then,
don't worry, I'll make up for them not being there. I'll tell you that. I'm truck there.
Definitely.
But yeah, no. So yeah, no. That's all I wanted to say.
I hope to see you at the next one, man.
That'd be dope. Yeah. All right, Broski. So we're gonna go back to your covers, man. Obviously, Broski's into horror, so his is gonna be pre-code horror, guys. All right, so this is your first one here.
So a lot of these books I got reprints of. I don't have the actual. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to obtain them. But this is the Vault of Horror 18 EC Comics of I think it was the 1953, I believe, or no, actually no, take that back, 1951. Mm-hmm. So it's a Johnny Craig cover. These are all classic old, and it goes back to what Jason said back in the day. I like these because they're all one-shot reads. They're three different stories, and they're all one. You don't have to worry about what's going on the next issue. These issues are all just one base, so you have to worry about having to miss issues. You can get them later down the line. That's why I get the reprints, because I think when I get the actual in the future, I'm able to slab them and encapsulate them for my own PC purpose in the future.
I think that works, bro, because look what's happening to Ice Cream Man, right? So those one-shot things is a good thing when it comes to horror books, obviously, you know. I mean, some of them work, like some books like Something's Killing the Children and stuff like that. Those work, you know, ongoing, but you know, these pre-code things with the one-shots, I find amazing. Yeah, definitely, bro.
I find it hard to read a bunch of different single issues. I have to wait until I got 3 or 4 issues of one title.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
And then I'll sit down and I'll say, all right, I got the first 4, boom.
That's how I am.
You know, if I read 20 different issues or 20 different titles, my mind's a wreck at that point.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, broski, your next book is bam. There you go.
My next is The Haunt of Fear, number 17. This came out in 1953. This is a Graham Ingles cover. Mm-hmm. It's just a dope cover. It's just I like it too. Like I said, I'm into horror. I got into horror like probably during not to be bad or anything, but like during the pandemic, I started looking for these like beginning of last year into like reading more. Mm-hmm. I think October of 2019, I started getting into it more in depth of trying to get more horror books. So that's another pick I picked.
Yes. All right. The last book you got, broski, is going to be Tales from the Crypt.
And so this is Tales from the Crypt number 36. This is in 1953. This EC Comics and it's Jack Davis cover. And I'm a big Tales from the Crypt fan. I remember watching it back when I was a kid. The actual show that they had, each one was a separate show, just like the comics. And then they had a cartoon as well. And I can't find that cartoon. And I'm trying to find that cartoon. I can't find it anywhere when they used to have those cartoons in I think during the weekend. I can't remember what day it was. Saturday I used to watch them. So
good stuff.
Good stuff, yeah, broski. Hell yeah, man. That old witch. Am I bugging or did I see her? The old witch, she's there too. Look, the old witch. The old witch is there too. And the old witch is there too. So listen, broski, you picked some good pre-code, man, horror books, man. Appreciate you, brother, man. And mind you, man, next up is going to be Doom, and Doom, Doom likes to go beyond, goes beyond scarcity books and stuff like that, hard to find books, and which I appreciate, bro, because he makes it a challenge, and I like challenge. You know what I mean? So he put this one here, Fantastic Comics 3, from 1940. I know nothing about these books. Just
crazy cool.
Yeah. Crazy cool, right? Badass cover. Look like there's a Lou Fine cover there as we speak. Yeah,
looks like Rom getting pulled apart.
I'm sure Frank Miller will appreciate this cover. You know. So yeah, we're gonna try to speed up these because the guys are not here to talk about their books. But he also picked Suspense Comics from Continental Comics back from 1944. Alex Schomburg cover, classic bondage covers. You know, people are into the bondage stuff, and the swastika covers too on the covers. So just nostalgia, I guess, like the reasons, I guess. So
is that Nazi KKK guys? Jeez.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
His last book, but he also has an honorable mention. His last book is this one that he picked. Punch Comics, and this book, dude. This book is hard to find too. I was researching this book to get some little info. This is Punch Comics 12. This is a Harry H. Hessler cover. Classic. CGC labels this as a classic skull cover. That's all they give you. They don't even give you the cover artist. I had to go dig for that. This is from 1945, and that skull cover is badass. Definitely badass. This is about basically one of those books that they give. You know how they do those mysteries, detective and horror books. This is one of them that they combined. From what I've read. So.
Oh, is that? See, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's got stories from other titles.
Yes. And
Got it.
And then the last honorable mention that he put up here is going to be Action Comics issue 99. And this one is obviously homage because not homage. A pick that he did because of his golf. He loves golfing. Mm-hmm. So he picked this one. This is back from 1946. Wayne Boring cover. And this is the first Small Action Comics logo. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you see that Action Comics logo previously, which is 98. They made a bigger logo, which is you see Action Comics there. So 99 is the first time they make the logo smaller in Action Comics. All right. So just FYI, guys, if y'all just in there, to complete your Action Comics sets. All right. Then we're moving on to James. James picked a couple nice covers, man. The first one is this one here, man. Phantom Lady, issue number 17 from 1948, man. Beautiful, beautiful cover. I'm digging it. I'm feeling it.
I have a copy of that book. That's a nice book. Rare book.
It is, man. Matt Baker cover and art inside. It's like look like a Western, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to look at the background. I don't know what's going on there, but it's just an amazing cover. The lady, kind of give the vibe a little bit of that, right? Yeah, it does. So we're moving on from there to a classic book that is always homaged. It's going to be Crime Suspense.
Yeah, 22.
Stories. 22. Yep. You already know, man. And Johnny Craig classic cover there, man. It was a Wolverine cover that was there. I forgot what issue it was. It was a Greg Land cover. This came out back in 1954. Awesome. You could tell pre-code, right? Pre-code there. That shit would not fly now. So yeah, and then from there, his last book is going to be an obvious and a good choice. Is going to be Action Comics number 1. This is the start of superhero right here. Basically, this is from 1938, first appearance of Superman, Lois Lane, and Zatara, father of Zatanna. This is Jerry Siegel, Joe Shuster creation here. So dope picks, man, from James. Awesome, man. Nice. You needs that? Everybody needs that, Josh.
I find one of those somewhere.
Yo, Josh, you're next, bro. Your 2 books that you sent me. First one is gonna be Detective Comics issue number 31.
Yeah, all right. So there was so many to choose from, and I was having the hardest time deciding. So I just stuck to Detective, because they're probably the Golden Age books that I love the most. So Detective 31, obviously classic Jerry Siegel and Bob Kane from 1939. A book that I can probably safely say I will never own, but you never know.
You never know, man.
You never know. Possibly. And obviously was homaged later on in Batman 227, which I do have that in a nice high grade. But just what is it? It's part 1 of Batman versus the Vampire. Just dope. I mean, probably, arguably, would you say the next biggest detective book next to 27, maybe?
Well, that book to be in such demand or such value on that book and not have it be a key first appearance.
Exactly. Yep.
That's wild. I mean, Batplane, the Monk.
Yep. Yep.
But, yeah, great book.
And when I was doing research on this book, man, Joe Shuster did some of the art in here, and Jerry Siegel did some of the story in this detective comic book here, man. So that's pretty awesome too, Things that you learn. I've never knew that. So so that one in your last book, Josh, is gonna be
Yes. And this book, I promise you I will have. I'm just trying to find this in the right grade. I have literally never, ever seen one of these higher than like a 3 in my life.
You'll see him at the show. I know one guy's breaking a 7-0.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh gonna be broke. I'm
telling you, I'm rolling up there with a Brinks truck. So Detective 168, 1951, first appearance of the Red Hood, and obviously origin of the Joker in this. Lou Schwartz cover and art. Yeah, man, freaking has been homaged What, Batman 700? I know they did an homage. That's a dope book. Even that one is kind of hard to find.
Yes.
Both the 1 in 25 and then the sketch cover. But yeah, man, I think what's his name? Who has one of these? Terry GSA just got one of these, I think.
Yes, he did. Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Also, too, I find every one of these that I've seen so far, most of them are usually restored as well. But you know, when you get to a book of this age and of this significance, sometimes it doesn't even really matter.
Yeah. I agree,
Collectible paper, I will promise you, I'm not selling any of my doubles or triples. That is a promise.
All right. Well, Josh, man, those were your 2 covers that you picked, bro. So we're gonna move on to Jason. Last covers, man. Last 3 covers, man. And this one's gonna be Contact Comics issue number 12.
That thing, I've never owned that book, but I was introduced to that book by Teddy. And the Golden Age books, you know, like I said, I've always been a collector, but until I started learning about selling, I didn't gravitate towards Golden Age books or having as much of an appreciation of them as I do now. I didn't even know about CGC till 5 years ago, which is great. But I found a book at a flea market called Foremost, and it was an LB Cole cover, and I just thought it was gorgeous. And I wound up showing Teddy from Superworld that book, and he's like, "Oh, you like LB Cole? You should look at Contact 12." And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, man, so that's on my want list big time. I've yet to find a copy of that.
Yeah, that's awesome cover there too.
Is this like a real expensive book?
It is. It's a classic LB Cole cover, and it's expensive for that reason alone. It's just one of the classic sci-fi LB Cole covers.
Not only that, it's not an easy book to find.
Yeah.
I
never even heard of it.
Yeah, I was looking on it. You don't see none on eBay. If you do see one, it's like rip the cover in half or something.
Yeah, tough book, but his use of colors is just great.
Yes,
and I think that cover, that book right there, really shows the colors well.
Yeah, dope pick. Next one we got here for Jason is going to be Dark Mysteries issue 19.
Now, again, it's like Josh said, so many to choose from. This particular book, I found in a collection in a guy's basement, and I paid $50 for it, and I sent it away to be graded, and it came back in 8.5 white pages.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish I sold that book because bills and whatnot, but man, I wish I had that book now. But that's why I picked that. This was a quick story. Not to, again, I chat too much, but I got to tell you, I was driving to an appointment out to look at this dentist appointment. It was a Saturday morning. It was rainy, and I get to a red light, and I saw a 4x8 piece of plywood laying in the grass, and it said yard sale. So I'm thinking nobody's going to this yard sale in the rain. So I went there, and in the garage, the guy had a card table with some comics on it. I said, "How much are the comics?" He goes, "Make a stack, make me an offer." There was a bunch of funny books, Dell books and Disney, but in the back of the garage were 12 long boxes. So I said, "What about those? If you can get to them, you can buy them." So I got to them, and I pull out Swamp Thing, Jimmy Olsen, like crazy stuff, Showcase 30, all these crazy books, offer him $500. He goes, "You know what? You just convinced me to sell the rest of my collection." And he goes in the house. He comes back out with a cereal box with Daredevil 1, X-Men 1, X-Men 129, like all
the
this.
heck?
I'm like, dude, this was at a yard sale.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Matter of fact, follow me." And he takes me around the back of his house into his basement. Dude, I never saw anything like this. There must have been 300 long boxes. I said, "Are these yours?" He goes, "Nah, somebody owed me money about 20 years ago and gave me his collection."
Oh, shit.
And there was a box marked 50s. And I'm pulling out the Out of This World 1, and Avon came back in 80, Dark Mysteries. Dude, I pulled stuff out of this dude's house that, oh my God. And he had these little pocket books, like these little memo books.
Yeah.
With every book written in it. He must have had 50 of these little memo books. So, and I said, "Hey, you got this?" He goes, "I don't know." And he'll hand me a memo book. I was like, give me this box. Werewolf by Night, like crazy stuff. Anyway, I found that in his house. So that rung a bell to me. That was a great book.
And did you get the whole collection for 500?
No, I went and picked this guy. This guy was tough. He went right to the price guide.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, he went right to the price guide. And he was pulling grades out of his butt because he didn't know what he was doing.
I mean, but I'm sure if you're dealing with a price guide guy, it's not that bad. He
went with the good price.
Yeah,
he went with the good price, the 2.0 price on everything.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So I got that book for like $50.
Oh nice. My God,
it was insane. I was paying pennies for stuff. But that's why I went with that one. It was a book I've owned, and it got me introduced to pre-code horror. That was my introduction to pre-code horror. Was that book?
Awesome.
Yeah, and that was a good book to get started with.
And so your last book we got here for Jason is gonna be a dope as iconic Superman cover. It's gonna be Superman 14.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a book that I've found in the wild, which is why I picked that. It's a book that my buddy Matthew DeMacy, that's his favorite book, and he did a nice mosaic of that, which is beautiful. So it always stuck out in my head. But I found that in a collection, and it wound up being a 7.5.
Oh my God!
An unrestored, a beautiful book. And the craziest thing, the dude had bed bugs. I showed up at his house. It was a little apartment, and I walk in, and it was the most disgusting apartment I've ever seen in my life. It was filthy, and he had this long box with these books in. This was in a My Light, and there was actually a dead bug in the bag. And I'm like, dude, I'll buy a couple of these books, man. I said, but don't ever call me again. This is disgusting. I put them in a trash bag, and I tied the trash bag up, and I put it in a box, and I taped the box up before I get in my car, and I literally took my coat off and left it in the dude's yard. It was a sweat jacket, a gray hoodie. I took it off, and I left it there. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And I got back, man. But anyway, that book came back a 7.5. I sold it to a buddy of mine who still has it. And cool stuff.
That book right there has to be. This right here has to be a hard book to get in a high grade because of the black.
Yep.
That's another one of those books notoriously color touched.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I can imagine. But yeah, man. So there you go, man. Our covers of the week. In honor of my man Jason in here, man, we got Golden Age covers, which was dope. Nice, challenging covers. I like that. Next week we got Ghostwriter covers, so we're doing Ghostwriter next week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
very nice.
So, all right, man. So yeah, man, Jason, man, you want to see your last words here, man, before you go?
I just listen. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Man.
Yes.
This has been. I'm a fan. I love. If you can't tell, I'll talk about comics till I'm blue in the face, dude. Awesome. I love everything about them, from the way they smell, they touch, they fit, everything. And it takes me back to another time. I hope you're sharing my passion. I hope you get a chance to check the show out, because it truly is a show built out of passion from a collector. And you'll see that when you get there. There's a lot of attention to detail with the show, and it's good, man. So I hope you check out the show. And I just thank you for inviting me on, man. I'm a kid living a dream. I play with books all day.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. And like Jay said, guys, this is a show you're not going to want to miss. I am so excited. I'm making my plans now to go. So thanks, man, for coming on. Really appreciate it. And I'll hit you up after the show.
Very cool.
I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, bro. All right?
Very cool. Yeah, same here, man. Same here.
2022, 2023.
For him, 2022. Yes, man.
All right, guys. I'm gonna log out here, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I'm gonna say bye to my daughter's boyfriend. She's about to leave, and thank you again. I appreciate all your time, guys.
Thanks, man.
Later, Jason.
Later.
Yeah. Awesome, man. There you go. Yes, he is, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that was my man Jason from the Little Giant Comic Show. That's happening in April 24th, guys. April 24th. VIP tickets are happening this Friday, guys. 9 p.m., guys. This Friday, guys. Only you could get them in the website oldschoolcomicshow.com, guys. Remember that. All right. There you go. If you're in the northeastern area, man, if you're interested, man, this is your time. Listen, man, the man is literally pulling out the freaking red carpet for you guys. So there you go, man.
Yep.
Hey, you mentioned all the swag stuff you're gonna get. Or you're gonna get some. You got some Al Milgram in there. Plenty of artists and writers and stuff. So yeah, man,
CGC, CBCS,
and CBCS is gonna be there. Not one or the other. So it's gonna be both there. So awesome having Jason here. That was all, man.
Comics are great. Appreciate that, brother. No,
Yes,
we try.
You want to do pickups real quick?
Yeah, you know what? Before we get into new pickups, let me mention this right here, guys. Let me talk about again, guys. If y'all just joining us, and y'all new to this, man. We working with CBSI again, guys. We're doing cover fire and cover tunes with CBSI, guys. Remember that it's coming soon, starting this week. Hopefully, we get things rolling, but we are doing cover fire. I think we're doing those on Wednesday or Thursday. Not sure when we're gonna start doing those combo reviews because I'm thinking about pre-recording them. So that's something we'll talk about, between me, Gomez, and Josh. And then cover tunes is going to be incorporated inside on the live show on Sundays. My man Mike Morello's doing both cover fire and cover tunes, and basically what he does is he picks an article. Let me just show you guys. Let me show this guy on the chat this week real quick before we move to show and tell. All right, man. Let me share my screen. Let me see, man. Let me see. Cover tunes. There you go. Y'all see this, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we're on cover tunes, guys, and basically with my man Mike Morello over here. This is last week's article, basically. What he talks about is about Blood of Dracula, and basically they don't have to be any keys, the non-keys or incentive covers. So this is his picks from last week's. We'll talk about these during the show next week, and then let me see. Let me just stop and share the other one. Give me a second, guys. Share this again, and it's not bad. This StreamYard is a little quicker. Let me see. Cover fire. There we go. Cover fire. All right, so we're in cover fire. This right here basically is based on New Comic Book Day, guys. Covers. So basically, my man Mike Morello, he has his choices, which I think is pretty good that we could incorporate this with our reviews. So here he has his winners from last week. Which I tend to agree. I like these two-tone ones. These are the only two-tone Michael Cho variants that I agree and I like. Other ones I wasn't digging them too much. He has his runner-ups. Nice Martina there, and then he has Carmen, which I think could have been up there with the number one there. And then we have Stiff Competitions.
Marco Mastrasso.
The Mastrasso, my broski's artist right now. Something something similar to that. So. Those are what we're gonna be doing, incorporating with our partnership with CBSI, and then we also working on with FOC, a nice little FOC show that we're taking out of this show, and we're gonna put it on Friday, guys. We're gonna make an FOC show, and so this way we could get you guys a chance to get your books in before Sunday when DC's orders in, and Marvel and Independent on Monday, guys. All right, so yeah. All right.
Yeah, that'll also probably be a pre-recorded show as well.
Yeah. So, Shonta, go ahead, bro. I got you. Let Josh go first, and then Broski, then I go last.
Oh, okay. So I got a lot of stuff this week, but I won't show it all. Nothing too major. Iron Man 283 newsstand, really nice copy sets. I think Third War Machine. I got a bunch of X-Men like Burn stuff, and a little bit after and a little before. All great copies. I won't show every single one, but just a ton of them. I'm talking high grade copies, like 9.4 to 9.8. Let's see.
One make comments agree. A question: do you guys have a video about how you guys got together? I mean, we could talk about that. We'll see.
Got some Star Wars books this week. This is kind of under the radar right now. This is a big character for Star Wars fans. They'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But I got the whole Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith. I don't know if Sith Lordly's in here. And this is the Ash Can. So this is the first appearance of Exar Kun.
Mm-hmm.
And then just every single issue. There's 6 of them. All great copies.
Nice.
Pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of got a cult following type of character. First cover appearance of Cad Bane. This is first appearance of Prince Zizor and first cover of Dash Rendar. Again, cult characters right there. And then first appearance of Master, I can't ever pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Karakin Phila or something like that.
Karakin. There you go. Great books, definitely. Great show. Appreciate your AG. The OG.
Another not first copy of this. Have you guys seen what a 9.8 CDCS? It might have sold. It was ending today at some point. It was up to $700 the first print in a 9.8.
I'm slapping my shit. I'm slapping mine.
Yep. This is a book that I think is very, very under the radar, and I think I indirectly moved a couple copies in the past couple weeks because a bunch of people hit me up saying that they purchased this after I posted it. But this is the 1 in 25 for Black Panther 6.
Nice.
And for everyone that doesn't know, this is the first appearance of the crew, which is Marvel's first all-black superhero team. So, pretty dope book. Found that. First
shit.
all appearance of Starling.
Nice.
I can't remember if I showed these books last week. I apologize if I did, but Spider-Man India is kind of rising right now.
Dark Vader 3 is the second print.
Very tough book to find. Me and Peanut have been for this book. Ultimates number 2, the 1 in 25. Dope book, so hard to find.
That's a dope ass Galactus cover, yeah.
Yeah, James has got one too. This is Mighty Avengers number 1. This is the first team appearance of the Mighty Avengers of Luke Cage, Spider-Man, Spectrum, Spider Hero, Monica Rambeau becomes Spectrum in this too. And then I've got the 1 in 50s, and shout out to Universe X. Put me onto that. I should have known about that one, but he kind of put that in the forefront of my mind. And then just some more Blue Marvel spec. You got Mighty Avengers number 2. Mighty Avengers number 9. This is the first full appearance of Kevin Brashear, one of Blue Marvel's sons. And then this is number 8, which is Max Brashear. And this is the first cameo of Kevin. So both his sons in that.
Yeah.
And then just a couple more things real quick.
What up, BX?
So huge shout out to Norse Cali. He sent me this as an A-OK.
Damn. Okay.
Right? And this is a nice copy, too. A really nice copy. So he didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. What?
I'm just saying maybe he's trying to bring the degenerates back to life with that. I don't know what they
shout out to LETT on this. LETT gave me these kind of for pressing fees, but a very nice copy of What If 10 and ASM 37. First as Norman Osborn, not when he's the Green Goblin, obviously. And then I scooped this up off of eBay, and I will get these every chance I see because to this day, the raw copies have not seemed to go up that much, but the graded 9.8s do. ASM 344. First Cletus Cassidy. This has got to be a 9.8 copy again, so that'll hopefully be my third 9.8. So scoop those up if you can, if you see them. Still looking for that elusive newsstand 9.8. And then, I might have shown this last week. I can't remember at this point. Nick got me that for my birthday, 9.8, ASM 299. So I had a couple of these, but no 9.8. And then finally got this in, which I won off Comic Link. And I will take partial credit for pushing this book. And the other part of the credit goes to Chad and some to LETT as well. Jungle Action 6. First Killmonger, 9.4 white pages. Before that incident that happened on, I forget whose auction it was. This book was not that. It was not that it was hard to find, but there were very few copies that you could find out there on eBay. And now the price of this book has gone ballistic, and now everyone's putting them up on eBay, and they're putting them up on auction and things like that. So try to scoop this up now. This is a great book. I know there's a lot of spec behind this. I personally don't care about the spec. I love this book. I don't care what it does.
There you go. There you go.
That's it. Nothing big.
All right. Broski, you up next, babe. All right. Yo, Beantown, man from Beantown. I'm gonna answer that in a few. All right, got you.
No, shout out to Wesley Snipes, Wesley Comics. I won this off his giveaway.
Campbell Soup, baby.
Yeah, it's probably like a mid grade. It's but to having the PC, I didn't have in the PC. So shout out to Wesley Snipes. He's on. Was it that new movie? Was it called Coming to America 2? Yeah, check it out. We see Wesley Snipes there.
Yeah.
So you got that. So I went to a little spot where shout out to the king of the Golden State. He ain't here, so I got to play my part. I went out to go hunt with him. I went there purposely to get my books that I won off his auction, but on the alongside I was able to go there and get some books as well. I'll put out a haul to explain more about my books and what I picked up because it's quite a few. But I won these off his auction, $47.
Nice. Damn.
Crisis, Final Crisis number 4 of 4.
Damn. Okay.
Number 9. Legionnaires, Adam Hughes. It's not the DC one, but it's that. And then this one is just was a first appearance of Red X, the B cover and the A cover. Features Teen Titans, and then this is Aquaman's daughter. What's her name? I forgot her name.
Andy, right?
Andy Curry, yeah. So I didn't have the A cover; I only had the B cover. So all these I got in the auction. This one is it's like a mid grade. It's not a great grade. It has a lot of few issues, but I never had it in the PC. So
you went out hunting with James. You got your dollar books. Those are your dollar books.
Oh yeah, no, these are the ones that I got from him when I auctioned, but I told him to put aside. So I have to pay for shipping. I just paid for gas to get there.
All right, I got you.
So I found this book in the wild. I guess this is a hard to find book.
Damn.
I found for $1 there.
Wow.
Fucking goodbye, Gomez.
This was $1 fine. This one was actually not bagged and boarded. It was just straight bagged. And it has a little area where it could be pressed because it has a little dip right here, but it can be pressed. But I think it's probably like about in the 9s.
That's a great find, man.
So
dope.
This was one of the finds, and then I got this one for a real great price. And it's Hawk 102. This is probably like a 5.0.
Yeah, fam.
So I found that he had in the wall. He had it for $175, but he gave me a great price.
That's a 5. I mean, I know camera doesn't pick up certain things, but it looks
really great.
Nice.
It's a really great copy. It might be in the 5 and 4, 5.0, 5.5 range. I was able to pick up this one. Mind you, the prices of that guy, that wasn't the price he gave. $5. You see $20. $5. Oh, something. He was giving out deals. This one right here. This is another key appearance. A Maniac. This one was $5. He just threw in, just gave me just straight deals. I was able to find this one. This one goes for this one was I think like $5 too. This one was $5, but this one has issues. But I don't have this book for reading. It's a one shot.
Okay.
Get that one, and then if you can't find the first appearance, I guess find the second appearance. So it's always for now, until I find it. But yeah, that's and then I did get one of these because I didn't have it. Our Walmarts don't really where my location is. Don't really have the Walmart special. He had this for I think $8, so I figured I'll just buy it because I didn't have one.
Walmart was selling that book.
Yeah, Walmart's have these books. I guess they do like little mystery pack.
Yep.
That's pretty much my my haul video. But this one was the one that I was happy to get, and it's funny because I looked at this book and I was like, dude, this is something, and I picked it and let them know, and I was like, I remember someone talk about this book, so I was like, cool. So yeah, I was burning my pickups there at the dig. Funny story, a quick story. See, I guess you fill up a long box for $60,
mm-hmm.
and I had like about a quarter of it filled, but it was all personally junk, like stuff that I was like, I'm never gonna. What am I gonna do? Is just sit on this shit and let it sit aside. So I put that shit back, and King was laughing. I'm like, where's your bucks? I'm like, you want to go look for it? It's over there. I ended up buying books for my own PC for a little bit more, but in the long run, I think we'll be better off in my collection as opposed to those books that I was going to grab. And all those books were nothing really minor keys, if not just filler runs. So that was my little haul. I have more to show, but I'll do those on a haul video. I'll do because I want to go more in depth with that. And I want to kill the time. So this was just a little synopsis of my shit.
Shout out to Sly Cooper, good game.
You know, yo, dude.
Devious Raccoonist.
Yeah, you killed that shit, yo. I was in an off-air with James yesterday when he found out about that Sly Cooper. Yo, he was like, "Fuck!" He got that. I didn't see that.
And he got there. He was there an hour, like real at 9. I got there at 9:15, 9:20, and he dug through that shit like 3 times. I haven't even went there. I was digging through the shitty ass $60 box bill. I was like, you know what? Let me see what he has. He had a lot of books, dude. And I was surprised to get that book for nothing.
Damn, I mean, bro, just fucking. Why did I have to go last? Shit went first. Yo, I'm over here like I'm about to show up my little acid-free tape that I'm excited about and shit. Yo, for my lights. Shit, fuck. Thank you, broski. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I picked up some trade paperbacks, man, because the guys.
I picked one up too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I got the 1 and 2 paperback for.
Hey, on that killing children. My wife actually was reading to me out loud, books on tape. So I just had to make dinner.
That's all you had to do. There you go. And then next set of books I picked up from Unknown. Shout out to David Seeking and me because I got another copy of this one here, man.
David
yeah, I showed these off. I think in Arsenio's channel we got David Nakayama. I did an order of it. What is it? Buy 2 get 1 free. Can't go wrong with those, man.
No.
So you got a Gwenum versus Carnage. A beautiful Storm cover there.
Yes, that was a dope one. That one.
Man, then we got a Black Cat. Oh yeah, he is. He's a dope artist. And then the new one, Aliens. Yeah, issue 10. And then I got another, my last book, but that one I might slap. It's a Miles Morales book. The Marvel Voices. Yeah. The Lotto cover. That one. So I might slap that one. Yeah. But it's not the Virgin. It's the trade dress on it. And then a shout out to Man King Comics. You already know, man, for my Nottingham.
Oh yeah, okay. I needs it.
Yo. Good read. That's all I gotta say, guys.
I haven't finished it.
Read it. It's yo, dude. Honestly speaking, it was a good read. I'm in it. I can't wait to see what happens next issue. Just put it that way.
Second print already on the way.
Second print, yeah. Yep.
And those first prints are already like $30 books.
Yes.
I showed this shit off last week. My bad, guys. My bad.
And shout out to Joker for putting me on to their website because I got 5 copies and all for cover.
Yeah. So then, bam. So we got Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, issue number 1. This is the Lotto cover. Dude, like I was saying, we were supposed to do Ghost Rider covers this week. We ended up changing it and doing last week. So me doing that, me doing my research for dope covers for Ghost Rider, I ended up getting the nice. Color and sketch, or black and white cover, I should say. So awesome covers there. Then I have the Manara. We were talking about Manara, right? Guardians of the Galaxy issue 9, man. This Manara, yo, Broski already knows what about Manara.
Yes.
Yo, dude. Good copy.
That's probably the one I was watching because when I went there, it said unavailable.
It's like James being there at 9:00 and I see that Sly Cooper, bro. So it's like
I went next to him. I was like, "Hey, sir, can you move a little?" He looked at me for like 2 seconds because he had the mask. He didn't recognize me. Then he shoulder shrugged me.
And then when he gave you a hug and shit.
I wanted to.
And last book I have here, man. It's not important, nothing big, man. But this is Action Comics 1000. This is just the tour variant, Jim Lee cover of it. First appearance of Rogozar, which is that person right there. So this was an expensive Rogozar.
Yeah, it was.
Bizarre the Bar.
Bizarre the Bar.
The real
this was an expensive book at one point, but it's coming back down. So yeah, man. Those are my pickups, man. Shit, fucking Broski killed me there. All right. Josh usually does it, but Broski was the one today. So yeah, is this a preview for auction? No, this is not a preview. It's just showing you what we picked up, bro. So let me see. Yeah, man. So yeah, now that we have the partnership with CBSI, man. Now that we're doing cover tunes, cover fire, the cover fire, we're incorporating that with new comic day reviews that we're doing. And instead of showing you our new comic day pickups, the whole list, man, we're just gonna show you what we're gonna be reading and reviewing on our comic book reviews. So which is like only 5 books that's coming out this Wednesday, guys. So if y'all interested, y'all want to take part of this, man, y'all can read too, man, on Wednesday. So yeah, our new comic book day picks for comic book reviews It's gonna be. We're gonna start off with Nightwing 78 and Nightwing. Awesome covers there. We got a scan cover on the right. And dude, I'm interested in reading this. I have not been reading Nightwing at all, but Tom Taylor has been writing Nightwing, and Tom Taylor's been writing Deceased. Been doing a great job with Deceased over there. So I don't think this is gonna be a letdown at all. So next up we're gonna go is gonna be Radiant Black 2, man.
That was a good one. The first issue was a good issue.
Yeah, both read it, right? First issue. I gotta read it.
Yep.
I'll read it online. We got the Costa A cover, we got the Greco B cover, and then we have a 1 in 25 Rod Reese cover there, man. Coming out Wednesday, guys. All right. So from what I've heard, I've been hearing great things about this, and yeah, I'm in this. You know. Next up we have here is TMNT 115, man. I put down the A cover, Sophie Campbell cover, the Eastman cover, and the 1 in 10 Goodry cover. So yeah, I mean, we're Tokon Razor in the universe now. You know, see what happens. You know, they might mix it up with Bebop and Rocksteady. You know, and then after that, man, we have is going to be King in Black Spider-Man one shot. You know what? It was just honestly speaking, Marvel. I wasn't feeling the Marvel New Combo Daily books. Besides this and the last book. So I was like, you know what, let's just do this one, Spider-Man. You know, we did 2 books of Spider-Man last week.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, so yeah, we got the Broski Gomez cover, A cover there, and then we got the Rob Liefeld cover there for the 30th anniversary. I guess he's celebrating of Deadpool, whatever. And then
now I'm about to get that Gomez cover. God damn it!
The Federico
God damn it!
The Santini cover there, man. The C cover. And then from there, man, last one is gonna be Thor 13. You know, we got the Olivier Coipel cover there, A cover. We got the Michael Cho two-tone in the middle variant. And then we got the Nick Klein 1 in 25.
That 1 in 25 is awesome.
Yeah, both the A and the 1 in 25 is fucking dope. Definitely. My picks there, man. We'll see. We'll see what Mike Morello brings for Cover Fire.
Yep.
That might be one of those. We'll see. You know?
Yep.
So definitely, man, look out for that, man. And cover tunes, like I said, we're gonna put that on our show. You know what I'm saying? Since we're already doing covers of the week. Next week we're doing Ghost Rider, but at the same time, Mike Morello's gonna, do his own thing during the week, and we'll incorporate that with the show before our covers. All right. Mm-hmm. And then the last segment of our show, this is gonna be probably the last time we do it here. We'll see. We never know. We're not gonna say last time. We'll see. It's gonna be FOC, man, and this is FOC picks of the week for what is it, the 14th and 15th, right? Tonight and tomorrow. For DC tonight, Marvel Independence tomorrow, guys. All right, first up we have here. Hold on, let me just scroll up a little bit. So scroll back, man. We're gonna go in the Independence, man. And my man Josh put up Star Wars Insider. Don't know what issue it is, but Star Wars Insider.
I think.
Yeah, 202, right? Something like that.
Yep.
Badass fucking cover. Mm-hmm. That's it is. And then just recently, I think it was yesterday, Josh hit me up, was Berserker #1 second printing.
Berserker.
Yeah, the way Gomez says it sounds a little bit better.
Right? Next one, buy the motherfucker.
Shout out to Dream of August, because we just recently, me and Josh did a review with them about Berserker #1. That drops later this week. I'll let them announce it on their channel. Ron Garney cover there, man. Foil cover, awesome. And then from there, we're going from Berserker to Star Wars High Republic Adventures 3. Dude, that A cover.
What, you don't like it?
Dude, look at Yoda. Do you like it?
No.
Okay.
Yoda's
I like the cover. I just don't like Yoda.
Yeah. Well, Yoda makes the cover meh. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but that 1 in 10 connecting cover, Yale Nathan, guys. Yes, I've been saying it. These 1 in 10s, Star Wars High Republic Adventures are connecting covers. Go back and check your 1 in 10 for issue #1 and 1 in 10 for issue #2, and connect them bitches with issue 3. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, guys, yes. So we're moving on from Star Wars High Republic into a couple of books here. So we got Firepower 10. I've been back. I think I'm up to issue. Last book I read was issue 7. So I got to catch up on that. Yeah. Then
is the story still good? It feels like it's fallen off with a lot of people.
It kind of dropped off, but when I last read, I think he just finally started linking up with his old master. So I can't say if it's bad or good, because it's Robert Kirkman, right? For God's sakes, you never know. So yeah, man, I'll let you know, man. I'll do some reading this week. So yeah, we got that, and then we're moving on to God of War: Fallen God number 2. You've read number 1?
I have not. I have it. I haven't read it though.
Okay, all right. And then we got
Make it sound like you're in trouble.
No, not at all. Because I know he picked it up. That's why. Then we have Fear Case issue 3. The guys from Gene of August was talking about this book. They're not digging it, but at the same time, is Mankind, man. Mankind's been doing Berserker. So you never know. Maybe it's not for everybody, So we're moving from Fear Case, guys, to more independent, and we're going with that to Walking Dead issue 12 deluxe. Oh, I should say Walking Dead Deluxe 12. We got some dope ass covers in from Walking Dead. And then we have to the right, we have Marvel Action Comic, Captain Marvel issue 2. Right, and that's 1 in 10, I think, on the right.
Yes,
should have labeled it. All right, and those 1 in 10s, man, you never know. That's what I gotta say, because a lot of people not picking them up. Another one we put added up to the list, and I was gonna tell Josh before he messaged me and said add this one too. Yeah, I was gonna be like, this is gonna be my addition to the list, but he already did it. So this is gonna be Silver Coin issue number issue with what is it? Issue number 1. They've got the Mike Walsh cover, Latoy cover, and the Guyan cover there on the right. So pretty dope covers there, man. I forgot who's writing these. Who's writing? Oh, Chip Zdarsky's writing this.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Give it a try, man. Give it a try. So we're moving on from Silver Coin issue number 1, man. So we got this, man. How you pronounce it?
Ginger.
Geiger.
Ginger.
We got the MannyNYC issue number 1. All right. You got Geiger number 1. This one right here is listen, man. We got who's writing this? What's his name? Doomsday Clock guy. What the fuck is his name?
Fuck.
Yo, I'm getting a brain fart right now, bro. While Josh thinks of that, we got the Gary Frank cover there. We got the dope ass Eric Larson. Eric Larson's favorite artist there, man. He's a dope artist. Jason Fabok C cover. Jeff Johns. There you go. Blank sketch cover, and then we got another Gary Frank glow in the dark cover this time, as our D cover there, man. So yeah, Jeff Johns and Gary.
Badass cover, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And Gary Frank covers here. The duo here. If you know them with the Doomsday Clock, and I really enjoyed the Doomsday Clock. If you read it all in one, it's a good fucking story. It's just the fact that they took like fucking 5 months break, 6-month break in between issues. That kind of like made it a little bit lost in the mix there, but it was a good story, I enjoyed it. But yeah, man, Geiger here, issue number 1. Sounds like from what I was reading a little bit, from what I can remember from the synopsis, it's kind of a post-apocalyptic thing about nuclear wars and shit like that, and you end up getting my man Geiger here, so look out for that, right? So then from the Geiger, we're going on to Batman, man. We have Batman 106 second printing, Riccardo Federici cover, guys, and that shit is a dope ass cover. Get it? Wow, you can.
And how long has it been since DC has done a second print where
facts
a different cover?
Yeah, different cover, and is it because this is a first appearance in there? It has to be, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. So, what's the Miracle Molly? Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah, cameo. I don't know if they're going to change it, but
who knows?
It's gonna be a cameo. She's gonna be on another damn thing.
I think DC's giving people the idea, like, listen, man, this is the book to get. This is the first appearance. They listen. They shooting out a second print. They're giving you a hint there, man. Yeah. And that's a sick ass fucking Riccardo Federici cover.
Yep.
He's been doing these 1 in 25s recently, and then so we're talking about that. We're talking about Batman 107, man, with the Jorge Jimenez cover. We have the Matina. He's been doing the B covers, and then the Federici 1 in 25s, those, black and whites. Yeah. Shit is badass. Hell yeah. He did what is it? Batman. He did the Joker for Joker number 1, and then this one here. So been killing it, man.
Yep. And then Miracle Molly will be 108.
Yes, that's the dope one.
All right, and so from there we're going on for a couple of more Batmans, man. We have Batman Black and White second printing there. Forgot what issue. I forgot already. Issue 3. Then we have Batman Urban Legends 2, guys. You got the Hibachi, right? Not that type of hibachi cover, right? And then you got the Matina cover and the Derek Chu.
That Matina cover, oh my god.
It is sick. I agree. I have not read issue 1 of Urban Legends. I've heard there's like a couple stories in there. It's like a mixture of stories in those books.
And that second print of Batman Black and White, so that's her first cover appearance, I believe, as well.
Really?
Yeah, the next Batman's sidekick, it's his sister.
Yeah, Black and White.
Okay.
So key right there.
There you go. You heard it right there, man. Awesome to get, man. FOC, baby. I gotta put that on my FOC. And then this one right here, we have, and shout out to Roman Curtis. He was talking about Crime Syndicate. He said he enjoyed it. Issue number 1. So we got Crime Syndicate issue number 2. We got the Jim Chung cover there and the Tyler Kirkham variant, man. And yeah, check it out. Then we have Green Lantern number 1. We got the Chang cover, the Hitch cover, and the 1 in 25 Alex Maleev cover, man. Yeah. From there, we are going with more DC, man. We got Man Bat issue 3. We got the next Batman, like Josh was talking about, Second Son issue number 1. Sensational Wonder Woman issue number 2. All right, awesome covers there, man. From the next Batman, we have a Braithwaite cover. And then we have a Ken Lashley. Ken Lashley's been dabbling with DC covers variant there with Batman. And then we got the Redondo cover there for Wonder Woman, Sensational Wonder Woman. And Swabby variant.
Joshua Sway Swabby?
Yeah, Joshua Sway Swabby.
Sounds like a pirate or something.
Was it Sally sells shoe shorts by the seashore? She's Sally.
Oh shit, yo! Next time we're moving on to Broski's book, man. Swamp Thing issue 2, man. Yeah, you know, have you read issue 1, Broski?
No, I haven't. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. I mean, from what I've heard from people reading it, this is good since, from the Future State. So yeah, you know, listen, man. We got the Mike Perkins cover and Matina. Matina's been killing these covers, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling it a comeback with Matina. Okay. And shit, fuck. I'm copy my ass. All right, let's do this. Look at that.
Yeah.
Then we got Suicide Squad issue number 2, man. We got the Eduardo Pensica cover, and then we got the Gerald Perel variant.
So I don't read Suicide Squad at all. So Talon is now in the Suicide Squad?
Yo, if that's the case, I need to start reading this.
Yeah.
I need to start reading this, man. So I might just add that to my pool.
Is she 3 or 2?
2.
2, right? Yeah.
So I should say a Talon is in Suicide Squad. God knows which one it is.
One of the Talons, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So we're moving on from DC and we're going to ASM Spider-Man. Issue number 63, man. I don't know why I say ASM Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man issue 63 with the A cover, Mark Bagley cover, Pacheco variant, and we have the 1 in 10, if I'm not mistaken, 1 in 25, Dustin Weaver design variant cover there.
25, yeah.
1 in 25, okay. 25. So yeah, man, we got that there, and issue 60. What was it? We read 62, right?
61.
61. We read 61. I don't know. This storyline is just, it has to catch. I'm gonna read the next issue, see what's up, see what happens. Yeah. But I'm not very, I don't know. I think it's time for Nick Spencer to move on to a different book.
Yeah. I see. I want to know what the heck is going on that 1 in 25. What is going on up in the right-hand corner? Why does it have 2 heads?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I have no idea.
One looking to the left, one looking to the right, or what?
Yeah, it's like coming off his shoulder or something. It's weird.
Hey, you never know. It might be an error book.
Yeah, maybe.
And then we go from ASM, man, to America Chavez, a Made in the USA, man, issue number 2. We got the Sarah Pacelli. Sarah Pacelli's been killing those A covers.
Yeah, the American Chavez at number 1. I went to the LCS. I was gonna pick it up. The Stephanie Hans did not like it, man.
Dude, did you read it?
No, to be honest, I didn't pick it up because I didn't like the Stephanie Hans cover. It didn't appeal to me. I was like, dude, this is not. I don't know.
But I'll say this. This could be a key. I don't know if it's going to be this one or the next one, but there's a new villain.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that got the cameo in number 1. Mm-hmm. So this could end up being a key.
And if you specking on these future characters, man, they're gonna need a villain. That's what I'm saying. So
that's true.
You know what I mean? So you got Bengal variant there, man, and Demon Days X-Men #1 second print, guys. We have the Momoko, different cover, because she did the A cover of issue #1 first print. Then we got the variant there, Momoko, and then we have the 1 in 25, J. Scott Campbell. J. Scott Campbell is doing the 1 in 25 for this, guys. And we're moving on from Momoko to Avengers issue 43, second print. And my man, what's his name? Roman was like, he was complaining about this. He's like, "Damn, I'm tired of this." So I'm assuming he's not too happy with his Avengers reading right now.
A joke. Did you say Momoko with your nose holding your nose? Momoko.
Nah.
So why is Roman mad at this? Because it seems like the new Phoenix is like debuting like in the next issue every time, and then
that someone's always on fire.
He's just not. He said the story's not all that.
Well, 44 is when that's the debut of the new Phoenix. I feel like there's a cover missing here.
Probably is. I think there is, but the art wasn't showing.
Okay.
I think at the time I did this.
Okay.
So we got the 1 in 20. 1 in 25. I do got the second print for 43, and then we have Avengers 44, which Josh was just talking about. We got the Lionel Francis A cover there. The Momoko. Oh, I think there's more covers, bro. That's why.
Yeah.
And the next one. So we got the Dustin Weaver variant. We got the Javi Garin 1 in 10 design variant, and then we got the Momoko 1 in 100. So I think those are the covers right there, bro. Then from we going from Avengers to Immortal Hulk 45, man. All these are not A covers, cover price variants. First one is the cover A, Alex Ross. Joe Bennett homage variant. He's been doing these homages. And then we got the Rob Liefeld 30th anniversary for Deadpool. If you into Liefeld,
this is dope.
Yeah, and then we got the Carlos Pacheco Heroes Reborn variant, because Heroes Reborn, they relaunched that. I think come in May, I think it is. Then from Immortal Hulk 45, man, we got King in Black 5. Dude, this is the conclusion of King in Black. You know what I mean? This is the big reveal of what's going on and what's going to happen. And we have Ryan Stegman's A cover. We have a Betterman's tattoo variant. They were there. I guess they're going to spoil it, so they're not going to show it. Then we got the Brett Booth wraparound variant, which I find dope. I just feel like you don't need Deadpool there. Why is Deadpool in the middle right there?
Yeah, right. They're just sticking him in everything because it's his 30th anniversary.
Momoko. So then you got Ryan Stegman. I forgot misspelled spoiler variant. So yeah, those are the covers there. Then we have other ones here. We have King in Black 5. We have the Scotty Young variant.
Pause on this one. I have a feeling that this might be not something big, but just like Venom 21 was, that Scotty Young cover where he drew Stegman and Cates. I have a feeling this could be the same thing on this.
I agree. It's not a crazy expensive book, but it was, people turned their eyes to it. You know what I mean? So
yep.
So yeah, like Josh said, they got the Scotty Young variant. Then we got the Lionel Francis dope ass Silver Surfer Thor cover there. That's the one I'm getting. And then we're moving on from that to King in Black, Planet of Symbiotes, issue number 3, Philip Tan cover. That's the only cover I've seen. I do not see any ratios or anything for that one. Last 2 slides, man. We got last one here was gonna be Star Wars High Republic issue number 4, guys, man. Issue number 4. I've been backed up on my Star Wars reading, but you know something? When we got to start reading this, man. When this starts a new comic book day, we do a review on it, man, because it makes me want to catch up on it. So we got the A cover, we got the Phil Noto A cover, we got the Bustos variant, and then we got the Lionel Francis again, 1 in 25, guys, 1 in 25. And not for nothing, man. These High Republic Star Wars, man, 1 in 25s. These covers are dope. They're pretty dope. Yeah. And then from there, we're moving on to Venom 34. Venom 34. We're getting to the end. This is the issue before the conclusion of Venom, guys. All right, so this is Ryan Stegman cover there. A on the left. I like that one. It's badass. Then we have the Ryan Stegman variant, Stegma variant right there in the middle. And then we got Super Long Venom Thing variant right there on the right, man. On the right. So, yeah, man, those are our picks for FOC this week. And yeah, shout out to Josh for setting that up, man.
Shout out to Mike for putting it together.
Shit. Word up. It just ain't easy.
Instead of bump you, I just chill and watch. Yeah, boy.
You the entertainment, bro. That's it. In my mouth cow. My mouth cow.
Mount cow.
Oh my god, we still have 50 people in the chat. I really appreciate everybody sticking with us to the end, man. Again, guys, if you are new to the, just joining us today, man, I want to say a special thank you to my man Jason Brodnick, man, for stopping by and talking about his show that he has in April. My man, he's representing Little Giant Comics, man, and he's doing his old school comic show, man, April 24th. Again, guys, VIP badges are going on sale this Friday on oldschoolcomicshow.com, 9 p.m. Eastern, guys. So your chance to get VIP badges, and look what you get. I'm just gonna name a couple things what you get with the VIP, man. You get a red carpet, you get a private entrance, man, VIP, baby. All right. So then you get a limited edition VIP badge and lanyard, access to the show for 1 hour early. So all these mother skunkers waiting outside for 10 o'clock, you're in there at 9 o'clock, man. Diamond International Galleries. And then you got some dope ass swag bag too from all the vendors and stuff like that contributed to the swag bag. So shout out to my man again, Jason Brodnick for that, man. Great dude, man. Awesome dude who just managed me in, man, and gave us, you heard his story, his origins, basically when it comes to this the show. So it's pretty dope. What's up?
You get the added bonus of watching Josh go completely broke and become homeless after the
show. Yeah, you're gonna have to contain yourself, brother. That's what you gotta do, man. Yeah, guys. So again, man, it's gonna be in Concord, New Hampshire, guys, in the Everett Arena, guys, over there. So awesome if you're in the northern eastern area. All right, guys, make it a nice little road trip. Then again, guys, man, like I said, man, us teaming up with CBSI, man, doing cover fires on Wednesday or Thursday. I wouldn't know yet. We'll announce it during the week when we're gonna shoot it. When we do our new Comic Day reviews. And then cover tunes, man. Cover tunes, we're gonna incorporate that in our show, and I like that. I really like that. I like these two cover fires and cover tunes that we're doing, man, because it's something that we can provide and entertain you guys with that. And then again, guys, FOC is gonna be, we're gonna take FOC out of this show and put it on Fridays, guys. We're gonna make a solo show on FOC, so give you guys more of a chance, so you can pre-order your books from DC on Sundays, and then on Mondays your Marvel and Independent guys. So yeah, man, we'll do that. We'll make it. I don't know what time yet. What time we're gonna do that? But if you miss it, you can always catch it anywhere, or you can always catch it on CBSI list the next day, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we have here. And shout out to again, man, Cover Tunes and Cover Fire, Mike Morello. Shout out to Ben C from CBSI out there, man, for letting us, link up and do this together, man. Pretty dope. So yeah, man, we're gonna go and say our last shout outs and thoughts, man. Broski.
Bro, yeah. Putting out a haul video, maybe sometime tomorrow. Put out a few videos. I'm gonna put them to prolong them, so it'll be so long. I got a lot of things. I got a package I haven't unboxed. Shit I bought at the LCS. Shit I bought at a small little gathering with the King of the Golden State. I have a lot of shit, minor shit, but I just like to push shit out so I can just have content and just to be able to shoot the shit to make you guys laugh and do my thing. I just like doing this. Like I said, be sure to look out what we're going to put together the CBSI as well as other more things. So we're going to be more, you guys are going to see us more often than you would like, but it is what it is. And, like Terry JSSA just going broke at cons is the worst feeling. It is, but it isn't, because I was broke. I was broke going to this one right here, and I was able to make a killing based on haggling, making deals. So you gotta be smart at the same time. It's worth it if you enjoy it, but be smart about your money. But yeah, just like I said, shout out to everybody who were on the panel, who stuck with us, the 50-55, that was on the panel and was able to stick with us, and I had fun during the whole process. Yet, like I said, the first hour was dedicated to, and then the next hour was dedicated to me.
I like that, Broski. Yeah, real quick, baby, before I move on to Josh. My man, comics are great. I tried to hint you, I don't know if you was reading that. We don't have a video about us getting together, but we've been mentioning throughout. We can talk about that, on the next show. If you want, comics are great. We'll leave that. How we, did started out with East meets West. But right now I feel like it's the time is up. It's 2 hours already, so we'll keep that for the next show. All right, comics are great. Tune in next Sunday, and we'll talk about that just for you, bro. All right. Then yeah, Josh, last shout outs and say your thoughts and shout outs, bro. Is that a comic book thing?
Yeah. Okay. You're muted, my G.
Yeah, you muted. And
muted.
and Peanut, listen, FOC is final cutoff order. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, I forgot to show these. These finally came in this week, trying to complete my Batman Black and White statue run. So this one's hard to get, the Man Bat one, and then just the Capullo Joker. Yeah, so thanks again to Jay for coming on the show. Great dude. Can't wait to go up there and meet him and go to what sounds like an awesome show. Again, shout out to Ben and those guys at CBSI for, letting us team up with them to do some stuff. What else? I've dropped a couple videos over the past week of just the 1 year review of my comic collection. The 5th video will go live tomorrow in the morning, and then the final one will go on Wednesday, 10 o'clock, around that, not in between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. So check it out. And everybody have a good week. And then don't forget, I don't know if Mike's going to say this, you got Warriors tomorrow. I think you guys are doing an auction. Did I hear that right?
Sale, yeah. Yep.
Claim sale Tuesday. Don't forget the defects and new comic book day. Wait a minute. Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday they do.
Tuesday.
They do new comic book day for Wednesday.
Yep. And Tuesday also the independent spotlight show with Thoro. What else am I missing? Wednesday or possibly Thursday, us with comic book day review.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about maybe pre-recording that. We'll see. I don't know. Yep. You know what I mean? Make the channel grow.
Friday, FOC. And then what else? Who else am I missing? Sunday.
Defects, they go on every other week, so I think they go on.
I think they're on this week. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're on. So just keep your eyes on, Pressable Defects, 3 Men in the Basement, or Cranky Canadian Monday. And I don't know whose guests I don't know who he has, but tune in tomorrow for that.
Yep.
But yeah, Josh, I'm sorry. Finish this.
And then who else? You got Thoro tonight with the claim sale. He should be on right now. And that's it, I think. And back on Sunday before us as well. Yep.
Yeah, man. So Josh said it, man. Coffee and Comics Saturdays.
Oh, that too.
9:30 in the morning, and then we have Winking, like he said, before us, and then we got Power Pack before us. So definitely great content all over YouTube.
A full week of shows.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So if you got from the Defects to us, the 3 Men in the Basement, from New York Warriors, from the Wink to Power Pack,
the
Spine Ticks on Sunday.
That's right.
Evo show,
Evo
top 10.
Yeah, so plenty of content. Listen, man, everybody that I mess with, I gotta maybe edit it a little bit. All the channels is in the description below, man. Make sure you sub up. You turn on those notification bells so you can follow. Make sure when the videos drop, you're on top of it. You know what I mean?
Marco Big Droops 13. Happy birthday to Peanut. Yeah, boy.
Yo, happy birthday, Peanut. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy.
Fucking Peanut.
yes, definitely, Sif, man. We're gonna have Sif one day on the show, but you be too hungover, bro, from fucking last night,
right?
bro. This shit, you know.
Fucking noodle pasol.
Pescal, really appreciate you, Pescal. Thank you for stopping by, man. Hopefully you watch the whole show, man. If not, catch the rewind, man. And again, man, like Josh said, man, tune in right now after the show. Right now, my man Thoro is going through his shtick, his rules and everything. So you just in time for his comic book sale right now. What's going on his channel, guys? So yeah, man, I think Wink is gonna be Sunday. Roman, what is it? Jeff Silver Smith and Thoro himself. So yeah, man. So besides that, man, I check y'all, social media.
Shout out Art Kemist for dropping the links on the channels on the side notes. Appreciate you, Art Kemist. Thank you, broski.
Yeah, Arsenio, another great artist in the community, man, and Peanut. So yes, man. Besides that, man, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. But see y'all this week, man. You know what I mean? So.